That's Nick.
And that's Joseph, and today we're here to talk about Greener Grass, which has been released on Blu-ray courtesy of IFC on February 11, 2020. The film premiered at the 2019 Sundance Film Festival, where it played in the midnight section. It was well-traveled on the festival circuit, going to Locarno and South by Southwest and many others. It's the directorial debut of actresses Luebbe and Jocelyn DeBoer. And I think it is a fantastically weird and fucking visionary film, and I'm very impressed for a first film.
Yeah, I agree. If you like weird shit, that's well done. Mm-hmm. I'm thinking like John Waters mixed with
David Lynch,
but on an elevated level. Like, yes. It feels very polished.
Somebody, I know another. It's in the trailer. I think that they said it's David Lynch does Desperate Housewives, but I think it's more David Lynch does Stepford Wives.
Well, try to explain the story.
There's a glossy suburban parallel universe where it actually feels like a parallel universe. Instead of the sexual revolution, we had nuclear fallout, mutated 1950s suburbia forever. That's what it feels.
Okay, that's not the story though.
The story. It's about a pair of passive aggressive friends in this suburban wasteland where everybody has extremely straight teeth and wears braces and has a very unique set of cultural values and social mores that they all adhere to.
This is not working.
Oh, okay. Let's talk about the characters then.
What is the story about? These two women who are friends. Mm-hmm. The one gives her baby to the other.
Yes. And that's kind of that seems to
be... literally just says like, you want my baby? Here, have it.
Yes. And that actually sets off a chain of events that is her unraveling.
Yeah, yes. So then this woman, because then she loses her baby. Mm-hmm. And then it's hard to describe because this film is just like... And
her son that she has turns into a dog.
It's so interesting because this film is insane, but it didn't feel insane watching it. It just felt like an experience of something that was so wonderfully weird.
Yes.
That I didn't really need to understand what was happening.
With a humor,
it almost felt like an art installation.
Or
just watching like a series of scenes go by.
Strangers with Candy came to mind a lot too, just how absurd it is, but yet plays it with a straight face.
Sure.
Because actually, Jill, I think, is the main character, played by Jocelyn DeBoer. Like, as she becomes unhinged and basically gets locked out of her home and her house and home life, you feel very sympathetic for her.
Well, I don't think there's a point to attempting to tell the story because it is kind of insane and all over the place. Mm-hmm. I do think that this film is beautifully done. I think for people who, this is their first film, it's impressive. Mm-hmm. I think the set design, the costume design is, assuming the budget was not the highest, very impressive. I like I love quirky, dark humor, and this film delivers in that regard. There are several memorable scenes, mm-hmm. one involving, I don't want to assume it was a trans woman, but a larger, handsome lady. There's a scene where she is in the wrong house and there's an exchange. There are a lot of memorable scenes.
And it turns out she's the grocery store bagger that kills the yoga instructor that everyone's looking for.
Yeah, there's a scene in a yoga studio. There's a scene where, like you mentioned, the main character's son turns into a dog, and she takes the dog's son to school.
And the dog suddenly becomes more interesting to the husband. Just Beck Bennett.
Yeah, just so many fun things. I don't know what else to say.
Janicza Bravo as Marriott.
Oh yes.
She's quite good. She's also a director. She did Lemon and then Zola this year. She's a lot of... just watching everybody try to kind of... I don't know if it was instinctual, but everybody's like trying to cover their braces that they're wearing.
Yeah, everyone's wearing braces, and it just adds to sort of the weird, but fun, and not... it's difficult to describe, but it's not messy. So
No.
like the chaos is organized.
That's why I say it's visionary. They've created this world with its unique rules and regulations and.
Well, so that's all I would say. I don't think there's a need to go into it much further. Do they have something in the pipe coming up?
Not that I know. I think they really just kind of finished the festival. It opened in theaters October 18th of 2019.
Well, I would recommend this film. I would give it 3.5 out of 5 stars. The only reason I wouldn't give it like 4 or higher is there doesn't seem to be much of like a cohesive storyline. So it was.
I think if you look at it from the main character's perspective, that it is.
Sure. Okay. Yes. I think for my taste, I would have liked something a little easier to follow. Like the fact that I can't even describe the actual story.
Well, it's actually a little like Woman on the Jenna Rollins when a woman on the verge of a nervous breakdown.
Yes, it makes sense. It makes sense.
But warped, like think early Mary Herron or Rick Elverson if he was fun.
It's very good. It's very good, and I did really enjoy it. And I can't really say what I would do differently. It just, I'm giving it 3.5. I think that's really good.
I'm giving it 4.
Hey, that's great. Anything else?
Oh no, that's it.
All right, bye.
Bye.